Hey, welcome back, everybody, to Better Radio, episode 9.
9. And
Episode
it'll be
9.
10, too.
And it'll be 10.
Because we got a double feature.
Hey.
Double feature. Double the guests. We're here with Alex and Jenny from the Wicked Good Everything fame.
From fame. Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Would you like to, Brian, would you like to introduce the channel members here?
Sure. All right. Well, so you guys obviously know Jenny a lot from streaming. Jenny, what else would you like to promote, talk about on this?
I'm pretty boring outside of work. So, yeah, I mean, excited to be here. I hopefully will have some interesting things to talk about, but trying to slowly get back into the channel a little bit more. So it's been good. I was on the Overwatch League report. That was fun.
Yes. This is a big 2 days for you.
I know. Yeah.
Crazy. And then, so, Jenny, you know, kind of frontward facing. Alex behind the scenes mostly, helping me with a lot of stuff. Alex, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Alex really set most of this up. We have the Zoom actually going through a computer. It's
Fancy.
pretty professional, I must say.
Yeah, it looks professional too.
Yeah, it does. Actually, I'll take a picture to put
Insta
in
boys.
for the Insta boys. Yeah,
Those
you guys can see how many
clout-chasing
screens.
Bastards.
Oh man! So what we're going to do today is film episode 9 and 10 back to back. So after we're done with this one, we'll stop and do like, hey, everybody, say hi, which so it won't matter for you, but for us, that's just how we'll do it. Mostly talking to us so you guys know.
Maybe I'll have something better to say the second time.
Right. And then, so what we're going to do first is we're going to focus each episode, one on Alex, one on Jenny. So episode 9 is Alex's episode. So Alex, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
So can you
Where were you on the night of the 19th?
Instant interrogation.
The
psych.
19th of what?
He's got
not.
you there.
Intervention.
He's resisting. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of it. It's not looking good. This isn't looking good for you,
Doesn't
Alex.
have an alibi.
So can you kind of talk about what you do with the channel, you know, and we'll kind of
So-
go from there.
So with the channel, I've kind of had, again, as Brian was saying earlier, this background role where I've kind of dealt with the tech. So I've helped set up some big streaming setups we do. We set up
24-hour one.
we set up our
Yeah.
24-hour
Oh.
servers. So
Yeah.
doing all the audio and trying to do some of the video for that when it decides to work.
So you're the producer.
I guess.
I would say
yeah.
so, yeah.
That's
The-
exciting.
the executive producer behind the
Right.
scenes, making sure everything runs. Alex is kind of like when I tell like other people like Dylan or Jill, like, oh, like Alex, if I need something, if I need to figure something out, I'll go to Alex and Alex will figure out how to do it.
True.
Essentially, like we made a server
Yeah.
in your basement to stream to.
He's our
Pretty
resident genius.
insane. Exactly.
I like figuring out stuff. I'm not a genius.
Alex will just wake up one day and be like, you know what, I'm just gonna make my own drums, or I'm just gonna make this thing that can like wield stuff, and like just decides and just does it.
Yeah,
perfectly.
You were the what's it called? The guy who scores movies.
Oh, the composer?
The composer for Survivor New York.
Yep, season 2.
Season
Oh,
1.
yeah.
Season
Yeah.
1.
Season one.
We weren't involved in season 2,
Right.
so great season. We weren't involved.
We were let go.
Yeah. Didn't want to give in to our salary demands, which, in all honesty, were large.
Egregious.
Yeah, it was fair. So I want to welcome you guys to the show with not a sponsor, obviously, because it's a $5 one. But on the last episode, episode 8, Liam and I were talking about ways to numb pain, right? I think that's
That's what we
where,
were talking about.
because he had just had surgery, had his
I was,
wisdom teeth out.
yep, still doing great. I have some fresh open holes that are apparently going to take about a month to heal, which was not something I knew going into this. Probably the best part, though.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So are you going to be able to drink that? It'll
I'm definitely going to drink
It's
it.
17% alcohol. It will sterilize any
Yeah,
wounds.
right,
It's
exactly.
Richard's Wild Irish Rose.
Yeah,
False.
so
Red.
when we were in the liquor store,
Who's Richard?
I don't. When we were in the liquor store, we're just gonna put Richard right in our mouth. You know what I'm saying?
I guess so. Yeah, we're going to Richard's Wild Irish Rose.
Yeah, that's what you call it, I guess.
Thorny.
But so we were in the liquor store, and I was looking at this, and I was like, oh, it must be a whiskey. And I looked, and it's red wine, I think.
We think.
Yeah.
And it's
Just maybe
17.
the alcohol makes it clearer.
Yeah,
or-
it's 17% alcohol. So we're going to all try a little bit of this.
Where'd you buy it?
The liquor store near our house.
Good people.
Yep, I guess.
Interesting.
They don't-
$5 red wine. This is just
I'm scared.
oh, that's wine for sure. Yeah.
Oh, it smells like harder alcohol than wine, though.
Is this gonna be like a shot?
Yes, it does.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
good lord. Oh,
Ah.
it's fun.
Alex.
Not gonna take a lot of that. You know what I mean? It'll get you where you're going.
ASMR for that.
You should shotgun that glass bottle.
I don't know if we'll be able to do episode 10 if I do that.
Save it for episode 10. That's what I was
The
proposing.
very end. Just
Yes.
smells-
Make sure to
Oh,
stick
wine.
around
It
all the way to
smells
the
very
end
sweet.
to watch Brian shotgun a glass bottle.
It smells like rosé mouthwash.
Yeah, I was gonna say rosé
All
definitely.
right, well, to episode 10 of Better Radio, everybody.
And 9.
To death.
And 9.
Okay.
It's actually not
Actually-
bad at all.
Tasted a lot better than I was anticipating.
Mm,
It's fine. It's very
it
okay.
hurt?
I wouldn't say
it tastes really grapey.
Really good.
it's fine.
It's kind of like grape juice and alcohol.
That is some aggressively average alcohol right there.
I'm a little disappointed. I was expecting a little more.
I was expecting it to be worse,
Yeah, I was
but
exactly.
it
that's
is
what I was
average.
hoping
And for $5 a bottle of that, like that's definitely.
Oh, in a pinch, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm more of a Rugel man myself.
A what?
A Rugel.
Oh.
It's like $8 vodka.
Vodka.
Pints.
Yeah,
It's good stuff.
definitely.
It's really good. Don't even need a chaser.
Damn.
Oh man.
Usually blacked out. So it's
Double
good, it's
damn.
good stuff. I'm a big fan of it. But that's pretty good for $5. I don't know. I'm
Good alcohol per dollar value.
yeah,
I would say so. Yeah.
yeah.
All right, so Alex, the viewers are dying to know. Since, like we said, you're more mostly the man behind the curtain. How did you get involved in Wicked Everything? How did we meet? I know. Totally not asking.
He's
to
testing
remind
you.
It's not a
And he got
test,
that
but-
wrong.
Alex, that's your name, right? Where
Down the
where
best
do you
friend
come
list.
from? Where do you call home?
Right now or
Yeah.
back then?
Back then, ideally, we got to set the scene here. Talk
so-
about where did you
Okay,
meet Brian?
So we went to high school at Wachusett Regional School District.
Interesting. We name dropped.
yeah.
Exciting.
Doxed ourselves.
I'm all into it. A school of about 3,000 kids, so it could be anyone at any point. You know,
Exactly, yep.
definitely.
I definitely did not go there.
Jenny is there, so that's awesome. So you guys met in high school.
Yep, freshman. So we had 3 freshman classes together, or maybe 4.
What were they?
We had freshman English, history, gym, and freshman seminar.
What was
Yeah.
Brian wearing the first day you saw him?
I didn't take freshman writing
Football
until
I was gonna
senior
say
year.
In football jersey,
20%
in
odds,
sweatpants,
probably a
I'm
Dolphins jersey.
Yeah,
Nice.
it was pretty likely. I wanted to start high school off right, and gonna wear my best Dolphins jersey.
No.
Yeah.
Do you did you enjoy? Which class did you enjoy the most? What classes did you enjoy in school?
What that
I
we
mean,
had together.
That we had together or at all? So,
Maybe that you had together. I guess if you want to make this more about Brian, that's fine.
I think most of the shows should be on. You know.
Oh.
No.
What?
That's what the difference. I'm definitely a science person, so I always enjoyed physics and chemistry and stuff in high school. Out of the classes we had together, honestly hard to choose between them because we had like a good group of people in the history class, in gym class.
Yeah. I liked gym the most because
yeah.
I'm not very good at school.
I'd say
Still
our friendship blossomed in English class.
yes.
No.
Our English teacher.
You guys
hated me.
writing poems?
So
Or you
much.
guys
Love poems.
love
We
poems?
actually did become friends from writing a parody of Another One Bites the Dust
Yep.
about the,
So poems,
The Odyssey.
poetry.
The Odyssey. Yeah.
Yep,
Wow, that's
Those
Wow.
are times.
that was the assignment.
Yeah.
man. High school, what a trip! What a trip!
I think around that time we were watching Oh Brother Where Art Thou.
That's a good movie.
Yep.
I saw it and I was like, this is the best thing my high school English teacher at that time had ever
Yeah,
shown
it's
me.
definitely up there.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, can't wait to end up reading some terrible play after this. No, there were some good classics. You guys ever read The Most Dangerous Game?
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
Yep.
That was good. Othello.
The
Big
best.
fan of Othello.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Classics.
That's about it, though, I guess. Everything else
The
I...
Glass Menagerie is not
Oh,
your
I hated
favorite.
that
Oh,
book.
that was okay. So, no, I actually enjoyed that. I liked Tom. I
Really?
thought it was like, wow, this guy's willing to get fired for writing poetry on shoes. Like, that's how
Ooh, I
much of
forgot who
a...
Tom was.
Yeah, he wrote it on shoe
Tom
boxes
was
or
the
some shit, right?
brother.
Couldn't have just
Oh,
found
I
a
see.
journal?
He was the one that
Always
bailed, right?
At the movies.
Right.
Which is code for
Convenient.
gay clubs.
Was it?
Pretty sure.
I thought he was an alcoholic.
You do you, boo.
I used to drink on the beach. I could be confusing that with my own life. But,
Glass Menagerie fans, let us know in the comments down below.
Yeah.
Know how Tennessee Williams died? The guy who wrote it.
really?
He was
Oh, why was I
putting
laughing
eye
at that?
drops in his eye and had the cap in his teeth for some fucking reason, and he leaned back and it went down his throat and he died.
What a way to go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unique.
Yeah. Yeah, I think when he was doing that, he was like, oh, I just could have not had this in my mouth. It would have been so easy to not be dying right now.
Yep.
Wow.
It was dark.
What a trip. What a trip.
We like to keep it fun on Better Radio,
Yeah.
you know?
Anyways.
Well, I don't know. At least didn't write another shitty play. Right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually, like I said, I actually enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was a good one. Rest in peace, Tennessee Williams. Is that it?
Who was the one that did the we watched the Play movie with Dustin Hoffman.
Oh.
Death of a Salesman.
Oh,
That was the other one.
Never saw that one.
missing out.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What's
But yeah, so I guess obviously you were probably one of the first people outside of the original like Last of the Good Ones of Rutland crew to like start making videos with us. What do you remember what that was like when we were like, hey, come make like sketches and stuff with us?
Yeah, definitely a little weird at first. And, one of the first memories I have of it is we almost wanted to make a video about like my tryouts.
Yes,
And we were
yeah,
going to do
yeah.
about like
funny.
3 or 4 different sketches.
Mhm.
Not sketches, I guess parodies, what
Yeah,
we call
they're
it,
like-
of different like famous movie scenes.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
So I do remember that.
We had Fight Club. We had a scene from Lost. I remember. Those are the only two I remember.
I think we're gonna do a scene from Analyze This.
Right. Yep.
Um,
The one where you shoot
The shoots of hello.
Yep.
Yep.
But you know what? I don't think we finished it, but we let you
Yeah.
in.
As far as I remember, we had filmed some chunks of the Fight Club one,
Yep. Yeah.
and
Probably
I don't remember
very
what happened.
poorly lit.
Yeah, I don't even remember where they were filmed, but we definitely do them.
And then we definitely filmed the Lost one too, because I remember like
I don't remember the
being
last
kind of
one.
proud of it. It was a scene where for Ben, the one other. Well, you watched Lost, right?
With Ben, actually.
All right, so
Yeah.
Tamora, you may have seen this too. It was with Faraday and Liam. I know you watched it. Faraday figures out that Desmond is on the island and he talks to him, and it's very. It was a good scene, but I'm sure out of context, I was like, "This is fucking weird."
Yeah.
Why is Ryan making me do this.
that show had a bunch of good scenes in it.
And yeah, I love Lost.
I want to
No, that's a stupid thing
I
to
think
say,
an
but
insanely important TV show.
The end.
no, I'm sure it was
History.
yeah. Well, I mean, it was great. I remember watching that being like I was so young. That was like the first thing that really disappointed me. I think
Started off
like
strong.
really heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that was
I
good.
know. People didn't like the ending. I get it.
It's not a good ending.
It's a great ending.
It's the only ending that answers every question by making every question a mute point. It's terrible. It's
good point.
such lazy writing.
Well,
I
watch
hate
Lost
the
for
creators of
yourselves
Lost.
and, decide what
Brian's
you
dying
think.
I
inside.
can't believe they keep letting these people make more TV shows.
Brian secretly Googles if he can disown his brother.
Yeah, the new Watchmen movie is one of the writers.
Oh right, oh, that's gonna be
Lindelof.
sweet. I actually, no, I'm kidding around. I mean, Lost is a bad ending, but I heard The Leftovers was really good. I never watched it though.
Leftovers. If you're watching this, even if it's 10 people, probably the same amount of people who watch The Leftovers. Watch The Leftovers is one of the greatest shows of all time, and it's only 3 seasons, 2 10 and then like 1 6 or 8 episode. It's not even a big commitment. It is so amazing. It's a beautiful show. Go watch that. Anyways, so yeah, you made a lot of videos with us. You definitely streamed a lot, and then one of the founding members of Wicked Get Everything.
Right.
So what were you like? I guess what were your thoughts when this was all getting pitched, and did you ever think we'd be drinking cheap red wine while recording a podcast?
No.
I ask you about your past. Really? That's surprising. No. But yeah, just talk a little bit about your experience with Wicked Get Everything, and what you're liking about it, and hopefully what you're liking about it.
Yeah, so still, honestly, even a year and a half later, year and 7 months, whatever it is, still working on finding my own place.
Right.
In my copious amounts of free time. And but yeah, in the beginning, definitely started it still behind the scenes, editing some Fake Nerds updates.
Yeah.
Since those have gone sort of by the wayside,
Yeah.
I've been fired as editor.
No, we're just not making
Exactly,
2 a week
yeah.
anymore. We're making
That's too
one every
awkward.
2 weeks.
But yeah, other than that, just probably get the ball rolling on some more game recordings and stuff like that.
Mhm. Yeah, you're one of the rotating hosts of Itch.io show.
Right.
Oh yeah.
It's a pretty fun idea. I think Tamor came up with it and was like, and now that we all have our own mics, it's going to be
Right. Way easier.
even fucking better.
Yeah.
And hopefully this Halloween we'll be shooting another. Remember we did the Cabin in the Woods watching.
Yeah. Yep.
I would love to do that again. if
I would do
we're
that
up
again.
for that.
Is it gonna be another scary movie?
We're thinking the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie.
Oh,
'Cause
I could do that.
also, found out I was on the IMDb the other day when I was doing that because we're doing a Buffy podcast, coming up. Want to cross promote.
Oh yeah.
Guess who one of the extras in that basketball player number 10 is? Ben Affleck.
What?
Right? That's so weird.
Interesting.
So
When was the
watching
original
for
movie?
that.
90s.
92.
Yeah, it must have been
Like,
92
that's
or
a long
something.
time ago, before Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, I was gonna say because that's what 93, 4,
Yeah.
94.
So he's basketball player 10.
Can you
which-
imagine if it was after Good Will Hunting?
Yeah.
It was like, hey,
Yikes.
don't get too big yet for your britches. Don't forget where you came from, Benny boy.
Ben, I was thinking for this scene, you can just be dribbling the ball, your basketball player number 10. He's like, I have an Oscar.
Yeah.
Can I have a line? No.
At least a
Just-
layup.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ben, just stay in the corner. Number 10. You're not
Jesus.
even a starter.
This guy gets
Oh,
one
boy.
Oscar and
Yeah.
he suddenly thinks he's the man.
He's the man.
Oh, man. But yeah, so definitely do that.
Yep.
And then I'd love to do even another movie too
Yeah.
that same day if you guys have any suggestions. And yeah, Liam, you have any questions for Alex? Anything you've always wanted to know?
So you're a musician, correct?
Correct.
What made you want to do that?
I wouldn't know the answer anymore. I've been a drummer since I was 3 years old.
All right, well, that's exciting. What was that like? Who introduced you to drumming?
My dad, drummer all his life too.
Yeah,
Grandfather drummer all his life. So it's
that's cool.
a family line of drummers.
What type of
You
music?
guys passed down drumsticks from one generation.
I haven't passed down drumsticks. I have a pair of hi-hats and I have a China cymbal, which are older than me.
Wow.
And
That's
probably
cool, though.
35 years old.
Damn.
And I still
Wow.
rock
Heck
those
is a
ones.
hi-hat?
And where can they find some videos of you drumming that maybe we shot?
That would be on YouTube. Do you want my username?
Yeah,
So,
promote it, man.
Of course.
so the username for my drum videos is Stingaxe, Stingaxe.
Well, I'll show how to get
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
I'll link it in the description as well. But yeah, Alex is insanely talented.
Was it a
Metal?
band?
Huh?
You were in a band.
In a couple bands, yeah.
Yeah.
Still do
Across, which I find so fascinating because it was
Yep.
a lot of people all over the world.
Yeah. Still do some session recording around the world.
Yeah, so how does that work?
So this all came from the YouTube videos actually, and on 2 occasions or 2 different entities. The first one was back in 2011 before I started college or undergrad in college. A guy from Germany contacted me about recording some drums for a small EP, and I did that for 3 months. And then maybe a year or 2 later, some people from Argentina contacted me for doing the same thing. And that kind of, collaboration has gone on into the past year.
Oh, it's still going on.
Yeah, I haven't actually recorded anything with them in about a year last I checked.
Right.
But yeah, so that's where that's kind of ended.
What was the name of the band? Do you know?
Which one?
The either.
So the one in Argentina, it's called One.
Okay.
Just One. It's an instrumental kind of prog rock band.
Cool.
The one in Germany was your typical metal band called Sess Rumner.
Nice.
That sounds like a
Badass.
mission.
Something about a Nordic ship, and
That's sweet.
but yeah. So these days, not doing too much recording for other people. Trying to learn a little guitar and write my own music. We'll see where that goes.
Hey, that's exciting.
Yeah,
That's really exciting.
That's really awesome.
The Raven does a great open music mic every Wednesday. It's starting to
Oh,
hop.
neato.
everyone-
Is it hopping more than
It's
it?
no, literally, yeah. From what I understand, I haven't been in a few weeks, but this guy's been trying to get me. The showrunner's been trying to get me to go back there. He's like, "Yo, there's pretty cool crowds." And sure enough, they had every spot last week booked. So
That's cool.
Awesome.
Yes.
yeah,
I
It'd be
do
a good place
remember
to check
when's the
out.
last time we went there?
Probably like the second time I did stand up there.
Like 7 years ago?
Like, yeah, like 8, maybe. A long time. It's 2019, so yeah, like 8 years ago.
no, it's a fun room though.
Yeah,
it's
I do
fun.
remember it being cool there.
No, all right. Where were we? Talking music. I've tried picking up music once or twice in my life. I tried learning bass in middle school, and I was terrible at it. Didn't enjoy it one bit. I tried learning guitar in early high school. I took an intro to guitar class, and that was miserable.
Why?
I don't know. The teacher wasn't that much fun, I guess.
Oh, it's a bummer.
I don't know. I did by the end of it rock a pretty mean Jingle Bells.
Nice.
Classic.
It was rad. I mean, maybe because we were playing music like that, probably.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
Yeah, I mean, Hot Cross Buns too. I had that.
Oh, yeah,
I had
yeah.
that nailed
They're like the same
down.
song, aren't they?
I didn't even need to look at the. Yeah, actually, I think you're right. It's pretty much yeah, but that was fun. I don't know. I always respect like musicians because I feel like I don't even really begin to understand the world that they're in.
I barely understand it. Drumming's a totally different beast than note instruments.
Yeah. What type of musicians do you like to listen to?
I mean, I listen to a ton of metal music, obviously.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I can tell that it's a cool shirt. Looks like a band, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I would assume.
Yeah, just a lot of that. There's a decent amount, just YouTube in general has a decent amount of like solo musicians who can play a decent amount of instruments, and it's fun to watch them make music and also do different videos on exploring music too.
Okay,
So
that's exciting.
yeah,
So how did you fall in love with metal music over
metal music.
Is your dad a metal drummer? Or?
No, not really. Definitely a rock drummer. Big fan of bands like Rush and
Oh,
a lot of the
cool,
80s
cool.
bands like that. Let's see, 2000, when were we in 6th grade? 2006, 2005.
2006 sounds
Yeah,
about
2006, 2005, somewhere in that region. My cousin Dan gave me a CD and had a lot of metal bands on it, and that's how I kind of got into it, and it kind of just blossomed from there on my own.
right. Very cool.
But
And now, killing it. Playing with Germans who are, probably descended from Vikings.
right.
I mean, hopefully.
Yeah, and I mean, I associate metal music with Vikings.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
I'm
mean,
sure that's a
whole
motif.
whole
right?
genres for Viking metal.
Yeah, it's fun
Cool.
because I think that's just like if you were, a villager back then, and you saw like Vikings storming the beach, that would probably be what's playing in your head.
Oh, absolutely.
And before you get slaughtered by 8
Loud
foot tall
screaming.
Scandinavian.
I mean, that's what the Scandinavian would have in his head when he's slaughtering some villager.
Yeah, that's on their AirPods.
Right, exactly.
That's
Yeah.
like I just like to get a good sweat in with this,
Yep.
song. Like it just gets me right in the mood for just pillaging,
So, what news story has spoken to you in the last year?
News story.
Yeah. Anything going
That's
on
a
out
good
there that means something to you in any capacity? Maybe the new Avengers. Did you like that?
I did like the new Avengers.
Hey, that's a big one.
Um,
That's a big one.
Yeah, news stories. I can't think of like big ones in the past year.
Fair.
Pretty much all news is just terrible now.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's just like,
Fake
oh,
news.
It's
Jesus.
just this.
Yeah.
So you're bummed out about
You're
Epstein?
like open like Yahoo, and you're like, oh, the world's actually on fire. Cool. Close that.
The Amazon's
Jesus
burning to the
Christ.
ground. What's
Yeah.
your
Yeah,
opinions
that's
on
a
that?
bummer.
That's a bummer, you think? Yeah. I heard the Great Barrier Reef's dead too.
Well,
It's definitely dying.
Yeah. I know they said it's dead.
Oh, is it totally dead now?
That's I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird
Maybe beyond
constitution.
repair.
Like
I don't know.
yeah. Like it's. I think that
Are
was
you
the
allowed
word.
to steal stuff from it now?
What?
Like, it's dead.
I think so. I think that's
cares?
kind of what it. I think you were always allowed
Just
to, and I
trash
think that's
now.
why. I think that's why it's dead.
Terrible. I think it's dead because it got too hot.
Nah, dude, I'm pretty sure it was just a lot of humans visiting it and like treating it. It's not really an ecosystem. It's pretty sensitive and like
The
leaving
heat definitely killed it too.
The heat killed it. You think so?
Yeah,
I don't know. I really
it's
don't. I don't buy it. I don't see the numbers. I don't.
Put on my chemistry cap here.
Yeah.
It sounds like stuff that witches would have said at one point to get what they want. You know, better funding for the drugs that kill people that they don't like.
I remember in Survivor Australia, there was a reward that Kobe won. And he got to go to the Great Barrier Reef, and he just fucking took pieces back to camp. And it's like, that is a crime.
Is it? Is
Yeah, he
that was the
almost,
thing?
like,
Oh
got
wow.
in big trouble.
Yeah, I bet. What year was
That's
this though? Like
awkward.
2005?
2001.
2001. So it probably wasn't in trouble or as much trouble back then too.
The CBS worked it out for him because
Yeah.
you were not allowed to do that.
Oh yeah. But even like today, you wouldn't be allowed anywhere near it.
Mm, mm.
Oh man. So yeah, obviously, so you're a big gamer.
Yep.
You know, you got this isn't even your main computer.
No, this
You
is my.
made your own computer.
Honestly, this is my school computer, and I just hate having a 15-inch screen.
Right. You just.
Whew.
So what games have you been playing lately?
Lately, let's see, some Apex Legends playing with
Yes,
Brian has been
really
a lot of fun.
Yeah. We're not that great, but it's really fun.
We're doing better.
We're doing better. We're getting.
We won a game.
Yes, that was a great thrill.
Overwatch. We play a lot of Overwatch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Can't
yeah.
forget Overwatch.
Addicted.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just get a little too competitive sometimes.
Yeah, we have to take like periodic breaks these days.
Yeah, we're on like a 2-week break right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played in a while. It's got a little too intense.
A little
Hurt
too
my
hot.
soul. Not at each other, just everyone else on the team that sucked. That
Yeah.
wasn't us.
Even in the heat of the moment, we'll blame each other for something and
Yeah.
regret it 5 seconds later.
You're
Yeah,
like,
you ever?
who's a stupid tracer? That was me.
Yeah, that's the worst. When you're like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
I've definitely done that like 3
Yeah.
times.
I
Same,
said,
it
what the
feels so
fuck,
bad.
Zarya? It's like, she plays Zarya? And you're like, I'm sorry.
It's like, oh, I'm sorry. I must have been looking at someone else.
Yeah. The other Zarya.
We're not playing Mystery Heroes.
Oh no. Are you gonna join Ben and I on World of Warcraft?
No, what's going
Yo,
on with
what
that?
the fuck? Why?
So World of Warcraft, the famous
Yeah.
MMORPG, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just keep
I've never
throwing out
played it
letters.
before,
Yeah, you're right.
but they released a new update where you can play like vanilla, the original version of it, and it's very popular right now. So Ben and I are gonna give it a go if you wanna try.
Hipsters are the fucking
Maybe.
worst. I hate you.
What was
people.
that?
I said hipsters are the fucking worst. You want to go play the original launch version of a game from like 2000 when
I wanna
games like
see
that's such an
why
insult
people
to the
fall in
modern
love with
games
this.
because there was
No,
nothing
yeah,
else
I
to
see
play
that.
and they
Yeah,
was like, oh hey, I probably
it's-
don't have time to
it's
gamble like I
15
used to,
bucks.
and
For the month,
not
subscription.
bad.
It's not terrible. And hey, maybe it'll be fun.
maybe
Liam's
there's much
like,
better games out there these days. It's such an insult to them. You guys are despicable.
Disgusting.
In the same vein, we should probably hop on RuneScape.
Yeah, I would definitely be down.
I think Ben said he had an account at some point, so we'll
Mhm.
probably have to have him log in.
I definitely had one at one point.
Okay, you
I
did
have-
too? Okay.
I have no idea
Oh.
what it was. I
Um,
remember a kid in my math class was like, "You should play this," and I was like, "Yeah, I'll
Yep.
try it." And then I played it one night with him, and I never played again.
I definitely played that game hard from 6th grade to 8th grade. Like 6th grade, yeah, I think into 8th grade, yeah.
I don't know what this game is.
RuneScape.
That doesn't help clarify.
It's like a really shitty PC game that a lot of people played.
So it
That's all
wasn't
I
even.
need to know.
It was,
Yeah.
it was all.
People right now.
It was all browser based.
Yeah, it was all browser.
yeah.
Yeah, it was free, right? Was that the idea? It was. I heard it
was-
wasn't shitty, but like again,
So, I mean, it wasn't shitty. Obviously, the graphics were like less than World of Warcraft at the time.
yeah, which
but
were
it-
already pretty bad.
Right, and
Yeah.
so this was definitely a little bit
Not
more,
at the
little more
time.
cartoony, but
I don't know.
it was still 3D, which is cool. But it was free for everyone to play, and you could pay like the monthly membership, and you get
Mhm.
like the member part of the world, which is what, like 2/3 bigger or something like
that's
that. So I
Sorta
definitely I
like-
definitely had a membership for a good year and a half or something.
Club
I'll
Penguin.
definitely Try that again.
My jam.
Yeah, you're a big Club Penguin fan, Jenny.
Yeah, back in the day. Yelling at kids before they removed the ability to type whatever you wanted.
Did you ever tip the iceberg?
No.
Was that
I
shit
missed
real?
that. That was
It
way.
wasn't real.
No. did tip, didn't it?
At the
Yeah,
end,
see,
right
I
before they shut the thing
Yeah,
down.
I wasn't. I was too old at that point.
What happened? All the penguins die?
No,
Well,
it turned
they're
into a
gonna
dance
die
club.
anyways.
It turned into a dance
It
club.
flipped and they all like landed on it, and it was a dance club, and it was magical.
That's special.
Yeah.
Just
I
like
will-
Westworld.
Just like Westworld.
I still got to see that.
Exactly.
So,
I-
wow, now you
Wait,
know.
what?
Right, yeah. I
The
heard
tip of iceberg and it becomes
it becomes
the
the
floor.
dance floor. Yeah, I got
It's great.
I saw a pretty funny thing or not funny. I saw an interesting video on the YouTube the other
Okay.
day. It was a documentary on the game Shadow of the Colossus. You familiar with that?
I'm not.
No.
Familiar? No. Okay. So essentially, the idea, well, it was a Japanese developed game, I think, by the company Team Ico. They had made the game Ico like a few years before, hence the name. Yeah. I don't
name it after.
know a whole lot of history other than that. It was an interesting game. How it pretty much played out. You had a pretty big like open world. It was like modern, modeled after like Eastern Europe and stuff. And these giant colossuses, right? Colossi, maybe colossi.
I would say Colossi.
Colossi, giant colossi. I think there were like 16 of them that populated the map, and they essentially were like 16 different boss fights.
Some would say you were in the shadow of them.
Interesting. That was good. That was definitely worth saying. And
I only had quality stuff.
that was yeah. Anyway, so there
That's
was
why you pay me the big bucks.
yeah. So
No, I am not.
so yeah, essentially they're the 16 colossuses, and the whole game is you
I think we agreed Colossi, but
colossi.
on.
16 colossi, you find them and you kill them, and then I don't know, there's something happens in the game, but there was it was like a YouTube video. It was kind of like a documentary on a bunch of people that were super into this game, right? They were convinced that there was more stuff hidden than there was actually in the game, and it was the whole documentary was about a thread online of people that lasted over 11 years scouring every corner of the map of the game,
Oh.
like stabbing the ground to try and activate things to have happen. It's really fascinating, and the whole video like documents the journey from like them trying literally everything in the game, finding
Them
some.
being checked into and status.
Yeah, no, it's definitely worth watching to the end because it is interesting.
Yeah,
And, like,
it sounds
I don't. It's worth watching. I don't. But it was
What's the doc, Jenny?
The suspense.
it was really cool. It would definitely showed how groupthink mentality like takes place, and these people
It's a
just
really great
devolved.
display of mental illness.
Yeah, it
honestly.
was crazy. It showed like some highlighted like comments, and it was like people trying to find purpose in something, and it was so sad. Yeah, but it was really cool. I brought that up. I was hoping someone had some familiarity with that game.
Yeah, no, I hadn't heard of that one.
You know
Yeah,
the game. Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I caught it
Did you ever play
on.
Last Guardian?
I didn't know. I had never even played Shadow of the Colossus.
I remember we had it. I didn't.
I tried it, but I was like a stupid fucking second grader at the
I
time,
don't
and I
understand
couldn't.
what's happening.
I couldn't figure it out. But
There are no monsters immediately in front of me. I don't get this.
and then you know what I turned around and played, like Resident Evil 4, which
Yeah.
is like I think is probably a much
That
harder
sucks you
game.
in.
Yeah,
really
it's,
quick.
yeah. Now Resident Evil 4 was my favorite of like ever as a kid. The game was a classic.
Scary.
Too scary. Yeah, it's a little spooky, I guess. A little spooky.
It's fun and funny though.
All right. Well, it is. Yeah, funny.
You know what?
Resident Evil.
Yeah, there's some funny parts.
There's some interesting. Yeah,
Like, I'll salute we go.
yeah. Any line that
Funny.
that Lewis guy said was enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, except.
that was a good one. No, I was laughing. I was laughing.
What?
He died. He got brutally murdered.
That
And,
was me impersonating
yeah.
when he died.
yeah.
Which one was Lewis? It's been a while since I played.
The Spaniard with the long hair.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah,
He
just at the
like
beginning of
comes
the game.
with the
Yep.
cure to the T virus. Was it the T virus in that? No,
No,
It might have been the G
It's the
virus in that one.
G-virus.
Yeah.
because Ashley's infected, right?
No, I thought- so this one- I thought it had a
yes,
different
so was
name.
Leon.
I didn't know it was a virus in this one. Yeah, it's been a while. Never mind.
It was a parasite, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comes with the cure and he's like, Leon, I got it, and they just get stabbed by a tentacle.
Yeah. Remember that like ripped my heart out at
Spoilers.
the time.
I know. Well, Jenny and I were watching. We went down a YouTube rabbit hole the other day of Numa videos.
I don't know.
Classic.
But there was one I used to watch a lot when I was younger, which was a Resident Evil, like someone animated. Like,
Oh, I watched
Resident
that
Evil
too. Yeah,
in,
that
like,
was a good.
Microsoft Paint.
Yeah, it was terrible. Really, really bad stuff.
Yeah, but I used
Still
to watch
making
that
them.
all the time. He's
He's
still
still
making
making
them.
them.
Is he really?
One
Yeah.
came out like a month ago.
It was
It made no
much better
sense.
animated. Not that good, but the
The
animation.
animation was much better, yeah.
Still Numa Numa?
No,
I was
he
like,
just
he's not
made
letting
60,000 versions
the dream
of the
die.
Resident Evil
Ooh,
Numa
Lord.
Numa song.
That's how I understood it. Yes, when you were going
Oh
with
no,
it.
it was something about Resident Evil 2, I think.
Fair,
Honestly.
fair.
We think.
So, what music are you guys listening to these days? You mentioned that you
I
like
haven't
the
been
death
listening to
metal.
anything new. What about you guys?
I'm all about my lady singers.
Who are you
Yeah.
listening to?
King Princess.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Up and coming.
Up and coming.
Lizzo.
Lizzo.
Oh,
Lizzo.
up and coming singer. Well, Lizzo's not up and coming.
She
anymore.
performed at the VMAs last night.
Yes, it was
People
glorious.
loved it. Twitter was about that life.
So she's still underground.
Yeah.
Who's
And
that?
also Little Nas X won, I think, for best new artist, maybe.
That's
Is he that
Interesting.
cowboy song?
Yeah, yeah.
cowboy song.
Old Town
How dare
Road.
you?
Not much.
And he
in.
came out and he accepted it. He had a scroll.
He what?
What?
He like had a scroll
Oh,
over
I
to
see.
thank.
Oh, that's
funny.
pretty
It's
funny.
pretty funny. And he
That's
got
cool.
memed like after buying one pack of gum at CVS. Just giant
That's
receipt.
cool.
Yeah, I love Little Nas X. He's hilarious.
Wait, is it
Nice.
little or lil?
Lil Nas X.
Lil.
L-I-L.
Lil. Yeah.
I'm in it. I'm with
What about you,
I'm
Alex?
with
What have you been listening to lately?
New music. Haven't bought a lot of new CDs lately.
No,
New
me
albums.
either.
No.
I feel like
Not
we're
many
at
people
that
have.
age where we stop listening to new music and just talk about how awesome all the other music we
Yeah.
like. And then
We're already
like
in the oldies
tell
classics
kids
area.
like,
Yep.
oh man, music was a lot better.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though we haven't listened to it.
You guys are sleeping. Brockhampton's new album is incredible.
I don't know who that is.
Especially Dearly Departed. Oh. Oh.
Apparently, we live under
Do you
a
have a
rock.
metal album out or
No, it's not going to be your guys' jam. I just mean in terms of new music right now. That album's really good. It's like kind of popular, but that one's good. You guys still just only like the old stuff? What old music do you guys enjoy? Is there? I want to see if there's a gap here.
I mean, I still listen to new albums. I just don't have any new ones lately.
Fair, fair.
Yeah, I guess if artists that I liked put out a new album, that'd be tight.
Like who? Who'd you want?
Who would be if I had to pick?
One album.
Birdie.
Birdie?
Freaking love Birdie.
Birdie. Who's Birdie?
She is a singer
Okay.
from
Fair enough.
somewhere that I can't remember, but she was super popular a few years ago. She did an Ed Sheeran cover,
Ooh.
A-Team, which I think was what really got her most popular. But she
Lure
stopped.
the F up.
Yeah, but she stopped writing music, and it was very sad. She has a kind of like a creepy, kind of like Lana Del Rey type of style, but better.
Cool. I'm a big Lana Del Rey fan. So.
Yeah.
I would pick My Chemical Romance because
Oh
all
my
my
god.
emo bands
Wow.
have come
Oh
back
my
together
God.
except for My Chemical Romance, and I'm waiting
Wow.
for a new album.
The Black Blade was very.
He was like, "What the fuck, man? Why did you say that?"
Yeah, I'm just like, God
the
damn, bro.
audacity.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good answer,
Hey, man,
Brian. That's
the last
definitely.
concert I went to was Kesha. I'm not afraid of my
And
music
Macklemore.
taste.
Wow, Kesha and
Oh,
Macklemore.
yeah, we were gonna mention Macklemore. Was that?
Oh my bad.
Macklemore is
Yeah, I like
great. You leave
Macklemore.
him alone. He's too easy to make fun of.
I'm
That's
so
not-
out
She
of
played
it that I
TikTok
thought
twice.
Kesha was the main singer at that concert, and Macklemore
She
was the
definitely
opener.
was.
If it wasn't
She
for,
let him headline.
Okay.
As long as we went a little late, and I was like, "It's fine. It's just Macklemore." But then she opened.
It
instead
was
of him.
really sad. I was
So we missed
upset.
some of her set.
if it wasn't for Macklemore, we wouldn't have gay marriage. I
Oh,
don't
that's
think you
true.
guys
What?
are giving that enough credit.
You had a song, "Same Love," about
Oh.
the time when gay marriage.
And it
became
changed everyone's opinion on it.
Obama was like, "The slaps
Yeah.
legal."
He was like, he just comes in, he's crying. I had no idea.
Oh man.
Well, you said you wanted to write music. What kind of, like, also heavy metal, or are you trying to
Or
No,
is
no,
there a
it-
show or a project you're working on?
You trying to like hint at something?
Segue.
I'm trying to be professional.
This was super organic, like a segue should be.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not now that we've beaten it into the ground.
Ruined
But
it. I had a
anyways.
genuine question.
Yeah, no. Learning guitar, I definitely like to write my own metal music. I do like doing the music scoring stuff for videos we do, and that's always just a lot of fun.
We should both of you, since you do string instruments,
Yeah.
do drum for Dylan's D&D. Make a little theme.
Ooh,
like a
yeah.
20 seconds.
Cello.
I do have
Make, like,
a
a
friend
culture.
from like the graduate program who graduated a couple years ago now. He would compose music, like film score style music, and he would use his for D&D campaign stuff.
Awesome.
Cool.
yeah.
Anyway, so are you working on any projects that you want to bring to fruition? Maybe with Ryan?
With Ryan.
Yeah.
So on the kind of a back burner project right now is a project we're calling the Backup Band.
Yes.
It's I guess you call it a TV show, internet show, whatever we want to end up doing with it. It's about a mainly focused on the band that's backing up this famous lead singer.
Yeah.
They start
Kinda
up
like Taylor Swift.
exactly,
Yeah.
and the idea behind it is they all start together as just a normal band.
Mm.
She gets more popular than the rest of them.
Mm.
They still back her up, but she's the one getting all the fame. The backup band just
So
kind of.
Paramore.
Paramore, yeah.
Yeah?
Haley Williams.
Did she really get popular though? I don't-
I
Well,
mean, she
maybe
was
not
getting
anymore.
featured on other people's
Okay.
stuff, I would say.
Then definitely like that. Yeah.
I mean, pretty awkward because she dated like one of
Yes.
there are two brothers in the band, and her,
Mistakes.
and then she dated one of the brothers, and they broke up.
Yeah.
He stayed a band for a while because he's successful. Then he got married to someone else. Taylor Swift wrote a song about that whole situation, and then the
Oh,
brothers
yeah.
quit the band.
Did she really?
Were never heard from again.
Why did
So you're
Taylor
saying it's Taylor
Swift-
Swift's fault that Paramore broke up?
Yeah. What heck?
I'm saying I'm laying the blame right at her feet.
Which
Yeah.
song was it?
The one where she's talking about being at some guy's wedding that she loves and like wanting to say something but not saying something.
Oof. Don't know her songs well enough for this.
Wow,
Homewrecker.
I'm learning a lot about you today, Brian.
Secretly,
I have a
T-Swift.
diverse music.
He had an
taste.
Amazon box that came in today that had T Swift all over it. So
You have you like your
Secrets.
familiarity with the Genius website of Taylor Swift lyrics, like
I do remember back in high school,
Crack knuckles. Let
yeah.
me tell you about Taylor
think this
Swift.
senior year in high school, we had to break the bad news to Josh Joe that Paramore broke up.
Yeah,
So I'm guessing this is all same story.
yeah. That's why they broke up.
how did he take it?
Well,
Not well.
it's kind of weird because
Understand.
the brothers are like, all right, we're broken up, and the record label presumably was like, no, actually, Haley Williams is Paramore. You guys can fuck off. We're gonna put a
Right.
band behind her.
Ooh, snitch.
And
Yeah.
that's why Paramore sounds so different now than when they were first big.
Yikes.
But yeah, the backup band. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and timeline for this probably after my graduate program finishes,
Right.
when we have time to actually write music.
Wait, are you?
Yeah.
Is it music or like a TV show? Or
It's a TV show, but
Like
you-
Flight
so-
of the Conchords.
exactly.
style.
We
Oh,
we want to
yes,
like
nice.
we'd ideally you'd have like a song an episode, not necessarily just them playing a song, but just
Yeah.
yeah.
Ooh, I'm
Have a
excited.
song that goes with what's going on in
Exactly.
the episode, and we can sell on iTunes for a lot of money. you know?
Right, exactly. Yep. So
Definitely.
in the same vein of those shows.
Mm.
Will you be acting in it or mostly?
Yeah, we're all gonna try to put ourselves in it.
That's why I had you grab the keyboard so I can
Yep.
learn it. I have not
Yes.
picked it up since.
Right.
It's there, ready for you.
Yeah,
Wipe off the dust.
might have to have some good angles that don't show my hands.
Just swap them out for someone else's hands.
Yeah, exactly. I'm here for my acting prowess.
Exactly.
It's not hired me for that, not my musical ability. Oh man, but yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this. I guess one more. I have a question for you, Liam.
Oh boy, here we go.
Friend of the show, Krista McCartney. She, Jenny and our friend.
She's the
She
best.
asked about our podcast the other day, so I sent her a link, and she was like, "You have to ask your brother 2 questions for me."
Oh Jesus.
Oh, this is gonna be so good. Oh,
Where am I? Are you? What's going on, Brian? Where are we going with this?
She said, "Why do you look very and sound slightly British?" So
oh.
I look very and sound slightly. Well, first of all, that's a huge insult. For the
What?
first thing, just look British. What the fuck is she trying to say? I have great teeth,
answer the question.
fabulous
Just got my
teeth.
wisdom teeth pulled.
Yeah, I just got my
You're
wisdom teeth. I
talented.
take care of them. I wear
teeth
my
are so
fucking
good.
retainer. I wear my
Take-
fucking
yeah.
retainer, Jenny.
I see a
wasn't
little
me.
Hugh Laurie in this.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
know.
see that?
I,
You Grandma,
that's-
you Lord,
yeah.
you know?
It's more of like a '90s Johnny Depp, I think, mixed with '90s George Clooney.
Wait,
Maybe
Johnny Depp is British.
I was gonna say which end of the 90s?
they're
though?
just hot. I was kidding.
Oh.
I was just being.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just fat Jonah Hill.
Uh,
I'm angling for that role.
I look and
Now that he's in shape, I'm going for it.
I'm gonna say Josh Gad.
all right. Sorry. So I look.
Josh, if you could just lose like weight real quick and open up that role, I would pull off. I'd fucking voice that snowman bitch. Anyways.
I'd like to apologize to English people. I know that the teeth thing is not real. I met one of them last summer,
Just one of them.
and we became very good
He was
friends.
like, I met a British.
I met one of those Harry Potter kids out in Yosemite National Park where I'm wearing the shirt.
They was just like, so like,
Shout out
you
to
guys
Dan
really do
Mackins.
magic? No, tight.
But
Yeah. What house are you in?
yeah,
Just said I don't do
I
magic.
sound English. I don't know what she means. Do I have an accent?
Listen, I didn't follow up. I just said I will ask.
All right,
Really
look.
important
Episode.
questions.
So what do you think she meant by that? If she can, if I can try to understand where
Can't
she's
ask
coming
that
from.
about Kristen.
If I can try to understand where she's coming from, maybe I can explain it.
Well, you can't understand where she's coming from.
All right.
That's what makes her beautiful.
She's really funny, fun person.
Yeah,
and
she's
I
great.
promise, give her a shout out. So, Krista, this is a shout out for that.
I miss you.
Krista, I'm sorry. I'm clearly doing a bad job at answering your question.
He was like, I'm sorry, I'm so American.
Was
Yeah,
there a
I,
time
uh,
telling Liam he's adopted?
I'm a red, white, and blue. No, my mom just cheated on my dad, Jenny. That's all we're trying to say.
With you, Lori.
Yeah, with you, Lord. Yeah.
Who could blame her?
Yeah, his house.
So that's how we do it here in the Marr family. But I don't know. Tell her.
This episode.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for both of those things on my account.
Okay,
Yeah, let her know.
I'll let her know.
Yeah, hopefully she listens and appreciates this horrible response.
Oh man, Alex, do you have anything you'd like to promote
wait.
before we get done with this episode?
And if that was a backhanded thing,
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. If that was a backhanded thing about her asking if I was British, I'm not sleeping tonight. I'm not sleeping tonight. Alex, please go on.
Things coming up. For this fall, stay tuned for some Witcher updates that I will be involved in.
Oh,
Yes.
exciting! Got that Henry Cavill Netflix show coming
Yep.
out.
Let's go.
It's gonna be good. Any what was I gonna say? I know your parents are in a band that you help out with. Any shows you want to plug for them?
No shows coming up.
No.
But I'll let everyone know when some do.
Word. Well, thank you guys so much for checking out this episode. We're gonna be right back with episode 10, but that won't be until next week for all of you. So for Liam,
It's probably because I sound like a pretentious douchebag all the time.
probably, yeah.
This is really hitting your
Let me
core.
get.
What was up?
This is shaking Liam. You'll be good in 5 minutes to pretend that this didn't happen for the next episode.
Definitely not. Oh, sorry, Brian. What was your question?
Where can they find you online?
I'm at real Liam Marr on the Twitter and at mar.liam on Instagram.
Nice. Any dates coming up for stand-up?
Yes, actually, this Saturday I'll be doing. So Saturday, August 31st, I'm doing a spot at the Woo Ha Ha Comedy Club, the Best of the Woo showcase, which is gonna be fun.
Do they ever say it like in Finding Nemo? Woo ha, woo ha. Because I feel like they
Maybe
should.
they could. Yeah, I'll bring it up.
Definitely should. You're right.
I'll bring it up to them. I'll do it. I'm
The
gonna.
first thing that came to my mind.
I'm gonna do that. That's what I'm gonna
Please
do.
do.
I'm gonna be
It'll
like,
make my day.
yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Shark bait. Woo-ha-ha. Am I right?
Got it. That's a hard
Guy.
hard giggle at the comedy club. This is what we came out for.
I got you covered,
Okay,
Liam. Don't
so-
worry.
Swarming here, huh?
Finally, not a political comic. Am I right, guys?
That would be so
Oh,
great.
man.
All right. Well, this has been fun, Brian. Where can they find you?
Oh god. In a state of depression. No,
Alright.
you guys can find me on Twitter at @theFakeBMar. That's BMARR. You can find the channel on Twitter at WGEverything, on Instagram at WickedGoodEverything, on Twitch at twitch.tv/WickedGoodEverything. The main channel, of course, is youtube.com/WickedGoodEverything. And this channel, you're watching right now is Wicked Good Podcast. We could use some more subscribers. So if you liked what you saw, please subscribe and share it with all of your friends. Jenny, anything you want to promote before we out of here? You're up next. You're the guest, the featured guest on the next
I'll leave
episode.
it on a cliffhanger. Go
Leave it
watch
on a
next
Hey,
week's episode.
see you guys next week, or if you're watching this in the future, in a
Thanks.
couple minutes. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Bye.